Voices of Service is an amazing quartet who just released their latest single, Hope, coming up next.
Welcome to 15 Minutes with Chuck, where we feature interviews with music artists, entertainers, scientists, and more. Here's your host, a software consultant, teacher, and space enthusiast, Chuck Fields.
Voices of Service is a singing quartet featuring retired military veterans Ron Henry, Christal Rheams, Jason Hanna, and Caleb Green. They just released their latest single, Hope. The members of Voices of Service have been singing together since 2012. They even achieved a top 5 finish in 2019 on season 14 of America's Got Talent. The group influenced global awareness of the struggle of our service members, veterans, their families, and people from all walks of life who've endured visible and invisible scars. Their influence depicts the excellence within military and veteran communities and continues to inspire the universe through music.
15 Minutes with Chuck.
It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it is a pleasure. I do want to go around the room. I'd like to, each of you, just introduce yourself, say your name, say your branch, and say your rank, so the audience knows who you are. Why don't we start with you, Christal?
All right. So I am Sergeant Major Christal Rheams, United States Army, still active, only for a few months, but I'm still active. And that's me.
Awesome. Jason?
And I am Sergeant First Class Jason L. Hanna, U.S. Army, retired.
Yes. Caleb, on to you.
Yes, I am Master Sergeant Caleb Green, United States Army, retired.
Awesome. And Ron?
And I am Staff Sergeant Retired Ron D. Henry, United States Army.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. And again, of course, thank you so much for your service.
Thank
We
you.
truly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Thank you.
We thank you.
I did want to talk about something that I hadn't really heard of until I heard about Voices of Service, but I understand that I have to read this because I don't have CAMO memorized. The Center for American Military Music Opportunities, CAMO is what it's called, played the integral role in sort of the creation of your awesome quartet. I was just wondering, can one of you tell us more about what CAMO is and the purpose behind it?
I know. Rock, paper, scissors, right? Christal?
No, rock, paper, scissors, Jason.
Oh, well, the organization Center for American Military Music Opportunities was founded or co-founded by Kathy Harris. And she is the driving force behind what we do as far as music is therapy, healing family members, service members, veterans through music, and also we're also doing things where we're helping launch veterans into the artist arena of music, the music arena. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of word salad there, but long and short, we're just trying to give a place for veteran artists to be able to shine, to be able to grow in their gifts and their talents musically, and to be a part of the music industry with those gifts and those talents. So going into a little bit of our story, we were put together by this person, Kathy Harris. It was a random gig, and no one ever really remembers what gig it was, but we all just kind of like were practicing together in the USO. I think it was on Fort Belvoir, probably about 10 years ago. And the rehearsal turned into like 5 or 6 hours of just singing songs and getting to know each other and just laughing and cutting up. And, at that point in time, we knew that there was something special, and the rest is history.
See, I think that's neat. And I do want to go back to CAMO for a second, then I'll come back to Voices of Service. But each of you, I understand, have sort of different roles with CAMO. Like Ron, I think music is therapy, Christal, director of CAMO Kids, Jason, life support coaching, Caleb, brand ambassador. Can we go around the room again and tell us a little bit more about what each of you kind of do with CAMO? And we'll start again with Christal.
Ooh. So my roles have changed. I did create and kind of co-found CAMO Kids, which is basically a program that gets kids together for an hour a week, like kids, to learn more about kids that are like them, and to do a same activity through music. And I also work a lot with digital strategy and communications with CAMO now at this point as well.
That's awesome. Ron, I understand you help out more with music as therapy, which I think is awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, actually, yeah, my correct title is I'm the inspirational director for CAMO.
Nice.
And so that inspiration is brought through, again, bringing all styles of music to help with therapy and growth, using all genres. Definitely, we understand that music is a universal language. And so that universal language can reach out to anyone. Like, for instance, what brings back to memory when we visited the hospital there at Fort Belvoir, we sat down and worked with soldiers and servicemen and women who are coping with post-traumatic stress and anxiety. And we would sit down and just say, hey, give us one of your favorite songs, and we'll just start singing it, and we'll sit around and see the joy in their eyes, and to see how it lights up their faces because it makes them think of home. It makes them think of good times with their family and with their loved ones. And so that just made them break down their walls that they had put up and that they have up. And so, we're seeing this great transformation of what music can do.
Oh, that's it. That's incredible, Ron. Jason, I understand life support coaching, which I think is an awesome area. Can you tell us more about what you do with that?
So, if I had to sum up some of the work that I do with CAMO and, external to CAMO is, I try to help people think their way out of a wet paper bag. I guess that's kind of an easy. Yeah. I try to sum it up in that way because sometimes, life is tricky and it gets complicated. And so sometimes we need, somebody to kind of help lead us and guide us through that minefield of the mind. And so, that's what I do. I help people kind of navigate those tough spaces mentally and, coach them through it and help them go from maybe a place that was kind of dark to a place that's really bright and light.
Wow. Such a needed skill. That's amazing. And then Caleb, tell us more about what you do as brand ambassador.
Well, actually, what's interesting is if you take a listen to what you've heard so far, we really all support each other in the capacity that we perform. I love the unique ability that we have to be able to work alongside each other, knowing when it's time for one to go forward and when to step back. And as far as being brand ambassador is concerned, I love talking to people. And when you get to talk to people, you can kind of, I guess, navigate where they are. We do corporate and personal gigs, and we're just kind of like all over the place. And I mean, to put it into words accurately, I guess for me it's kind of hard because brand ambassador is we wear a couple of hats within the organization simultaneously and interchangeably. But I like to think of myself as a person who's willing to go out and say, on behalf of my brothers and my sisters and our organization, here is what we bring to the table. And would you like to partner with us? Because together we can achieve more. And together everybody achieves more. But it's not like a big I, little you with the title that we carry. It's more about the interoperable ability that we have to say, hey, Chris, I just spoke to so-and-so and I think this is good for you. Ron says, hey, I just talked to this person or Jason, and we're just able to kind of come together and create, come together and formulate and then execute a plan and or strategy for whatever our mission is. Because it's not always music, but you know, just really having the ability to reach out and touch in business or whether it be personal. In the veteran community, which often leads to other avenues.
I tell you, the amount of talent just on all four of you. It's just incredible on that. And I'm not surprised at all how Voice of Service sort of, you say that had that chemistry you sparked when you started singing together. And one thing that blew me away is 2019, you achieved a top 5 finish on season 14 of America's Got Talent. How did that come about? That's incredible.
So I love telling the story because Kathy, who we mentioned before, just kind of called us all and said, "Hey, you guys want to go to New York for an audition?" And we were like, "Okay," because Kathy's like mama and she takes care of everybody. So we knew at the very least, we were going to stop somewhere and have really good food somewhere, right? So we got a song together and we hopped in a van. And I think Ron drove. You drove, didn't you, Ron?
I did.
And we hopped in a van and we drove to New York. And we sat outside because it was a timed audition, and we auditioned for the show. We did, for some producers. And then we left and, of course, stopped at a diner on the way home. And so, I don't think any of us thought that it was going to come to this. I think it was about 2, maybe 3 months later, Kathy calls all of us. I remember getting a call at work, and she's like, "Okay, you're going to need to see Jag. You're going to need to get paperwork done." And I'm like, "For what? What's happening? You guys are going to be on the show." And we're like, "What? Are you serious? Like, what is going on here?" And the next thing you know, we're flying to California. And to be honest with you, all of the stuff that happened in the middle of that was a blur. But I know we talk about it, and I count my blessings daily that, we made it that far. And I have to say, as a caveat, the America's Got Talent franchise or folks, they treated us like gold. We were treated tremendously well, always very considerate. So how we got there were the people, and hopefully they heard something that moved them through us. And that's, at the end of the day, if we did that, that was our ultimate goal. But, top 5 out of, I don't know, I think it's about 800 acts when they start.
Incredible.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
I thought it was 77,000 plus.
Yeah, it's quite a few people that auditioned for that show. It's quite a few.
Maybe a little bit more than 800.
Well, this is talent. I want to talk about Hope. This is your latest release. Let's talk about the inspiration behind it. I understand right now it's just released. It's the inspirational theme to support PGA Hope, which stands for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. I think that's awesome. Tell us about Hope. How did that evolve?
Well, Hope was created by a collaboration of all of us and some of our producers and good friends. The song is just as it is, Chuck. I mean, we want people to know that regardless of your challenges in life, regardless of what you have faced, regardless of what you are facing, there is hope. And we're teaching people to hold on to that hope until that silver lining or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, until you find it. People will let you down. People will disappoint you. Life may disappoint you, but still, through it all, we all stand together as a group and one unit, and we cheer out that word, hope, HOPE. Hold on till you find it.
Yeah, I think one of the other things other cool lyrics, I love this part about the song where it talks about, folks sometimes they don't know that they're heroes. So first and foremost, we're affirming, yes, you are a hero. And sometimes you just need to be reminded of that A, you're a hero, and B, we need to hold on to hope. So I love that part about the song as well. I love that we were able to write that lyric.
Something else about hope and our music in general, I feel like the singles that we've come out with just the past, couple years have all come out at just such peak and wonderful times. And I don't think that that's by our design, but, after coming out of COVID, not knowing where COVID's going to go, where, there's a lot of people suffering, and you got to find that glimmer of light. Hope is that glimmer of light. You know, there's always something that you can be down for, you can be down about, but you know, you got to hold on to hope, because that's that thread that pulls you through. And that's something kind of key about the music, you know, that we come out with, and we want it to uplift a population, and not just veteran and military. We want it to uplift the population. We want it to reach out to people. We want people to listen to it ad nauseum and make them feel better, and to make people feel better. That is a want and a goal for us in our music and what we put out.
Chris, that's right. And I love how you said timing, because we just came off of Memorial Day, and here we are starting, you know, July 4th is coming up. So I guess other than what you said, I mean, what message do you want to send to the veterans and active military out there?
I would like to say that one of our messages is that resilience is interwoven. It's our fabric. We are a unit. I would even venture to say an elite unit. We're ordinary people who come together to do extraordinary things, and then we just kind of, when we finish that mission, we kind of fade back into society and still do our thing. Heroes, but you kind of have to take on that particular aspect of it as we are here for you. So if you ever come see us in concert, there's gonna be music for everyone. We don't shy away from style or genre. We if the children get up to sing or dance, we're like, let them go, because that's what they're here for. If we can inspire them, if we can inspire you, then we've achieved what we came to do. And the moniker Hope, helping our patriots everywhere, is what the PGA's program stand for. But for us, it's a bigger and broader mission, and our inspiration has been garnered and ridden like a surfer on a wave, you know, because everywhere we go, they recognize Our Lady first, and then we get a chance to ride the wave with her. So, you know, we love that.
Always Christal first. Oh, wait a minute. Who are those other guys? Oh, they were there with you too.
But that's out of the healthiest respect, though. Seriously.
We love it.
I think that's amazing. Just to wrap up, just one last question for you. What's next for you? What's coming up?
More concerts,
nice.
More appearances. We're ready. You know,
maybe a Grammy or two.
Music.
I don't know.
Be looking out for our Christmas album coming up this year. So
nice.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you now, Chuck,
it's
you
a smoker.
need to get this Christmas album.
Yes.
It is going to change the game of 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly.
Oh, I like that, Ronnie. Making me excited. I heard it.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Well, what else can our audience do? What can we do to help?
So you can follow us on social media. To see what we're doing, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
I'll put all the links in the show notes, by the way.
All the links. Okay. And we always, we're always, and you can also find us in Spotify. You can find us on every streaming platform. I won't say what I'm partial to these days. I found a new one and I'm kind of like, ooh, I like that one, but there's a few. And you can find us there. Follow, listen to your music, share it, spread the wealth, quote unquote, hashtag spread hope, spread hope, hashtag spread hope. That's what we all need. And if you just do that one little thing, for us, pay it forward in some way, spread hope, that would be all we could actually really ask for.
I have a great idea.
What's that, Caleb?
While she was saying that, you can gift music to your friends. And in the digital service platforms that we use, with the Amazon, Apple, Spotify, all of the different things. Sometimes a person is having a bad day and you can just, put a little note to them and say, I'm offering you hope today, and, have them purchase it like that. And, we're here really because we love what we do and we love people. We love each other. We even love you more for, reaching out to, people like us, to be on your platform. And we appreciate that.
Oh, it's an honor. It's an honor. It truly is an honor. Well, thank you so much. I can't thank each of you enough. Christal, Caleb, Jason, Ron, thank you so much for sharing your story with our audience. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you. Have a great day. God bless all
All
of
right. Thank you.
You too, buddy.
All right.
15 Minutes with Chuck.
Well, I really enjoyed my conversation with Voices of Service today, and I'm loving their new single, Hope, and all of their music. They're really incredible. Again, to follow them, just check the show notes. To follow them on social media, or go to the website, camomusic.org. I want to thank them for joining me today. I want to thank you for joining us as well. Again, you can help us and help Voices of Service by sharing this episode with your friends. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. We'll see you next time. God bless.